AKIRA live action is dead, which is good, but also very, very bad. Let me explain before the Hollywood Suits reboot this video with an all-girl boss cast.
I'm going to be the most iconic Doge ever.
Iconic.
Tetsuo Kaneda! Tetsuo Kaneda!
After a hilarious 2 decades of trying and failing spectacularly and spending millions of dollars, Warner Bros, or is it Warner Brothers? Are we still calling them that? Or are they trying to sound like a SoundCloud duo now?
So it's true they prefer to be called Warner Bros?
How do you do, fellow kids?
That's right, the movie rights have officially reverted back to Kodansha, the original publisher of the manga. So basically, AKIRA has escaped from the frying pan, but you also know the next line of that saying. For 20 years, I have watched this cursed project stumble through Hollywood like a zombie trying to figure out how roller skates work. At one point, they'd given the film to Stephen Norrington, an effects guy whose main qualifications were directing Blade and accidentally making League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
What in God's name is that? I call it an automobile.
Spoiler alert, that flopped so hard the only thing it directed him out of was Hollywood.
Good evening, sir. Would you please leave without a fuss right now? Okay.
Then, Leonardo DiCaprio got involved.
Wasn't the movie too old for him?
Was he gonna star? No, he was just gonna produce, because nothing says gritty cyberpunk anime like executive producer Leonardo DiCaprio. And hey, it was around this time even Lucas and Spielberg were like, yeah, maybe don't do this. It's unmarketable in the US, which is Hollywood speak for this is too smart for our test audiences. But then the suits at Warner's do what suits do best. They peed all over it. They wanted to change Neo Tokyo to Neo Manhattan, and they cast Kristen Stewart, Helena Bonham Carter, Garrett Hedlund from Tron Legacy, and Ken Watanabe.
Except for Ken, that lineup sounds like a fever dream powered by bad ideas and pumpkin spice lattes.
Thankfully, someone in the building had a soul and canceled it in 2012. Enter Taika Waititi, of all people, in 2017. He picks up the radioactive hot potato and actually promises an all-Japanese cast. Okay, great. But plot twist, this is right when he's going through his Hollywood glow-up phase. Between Jojo Rabbit, What We Do in the Shadows, Thor. Dude was busier than a one-armed intern at the DOJ trying to shred the Epstein list while high on mushrooms. Pause for laughter. So the rights lapsed, which means they're back on the open market, which is terrifying. 20 years ago, we just had movie studios. Now we've got dozens of streaming services that half-ass a bunch of crap and think they're movie studios. Because you know, some streaming service exec is already salivating like, what if we made AKIRA but in space? Starring Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya's dog.
What are you looking at me for? Don't bring me into this.
You remember what Hollywood is absolutely unmatched at, unrivaled. It's learning the wrong lessons. For example, live-action Snow White is an unmitigated dumpster fire that will live on in legend forever.
This carpet is a person with feelings.
Immediately, Tangled and all their other live actions get put on hold. Then along comes Lilo and Stitch live action, which does surprisingly well despite sabotaging the core message of the film. And suddenly, Tangled is back on, as well as Hercules and a brand new Lilo and Stitch live action sequel. Their behavior kind of reminds me of that science experiment where a mouse is put into a case with 2 levers. One gives it food. The other activates electrodes attached to its brain that stimulates an orgasm. The mouse died from starvation, and it didn't have to. It had the power to eat, but it chose not to. And there's Hollywood smashing that come button over and over again like a demented child, unaware that it's literally starving itself to death. Let's do a brief refresh on the tragic comedy of Hollywood errors. Of course, we have to start with Ghost in the Shell, anything made by Disney, Child's Play, Carrie, Psycho, RoboCop.
Dude,
Total Recall, The Mummy with Tom Cruise, The Crow, Ghostbusters 2016, Point Break. Seriously, Point Break?
Dude.
I didn't even know they remade that one.
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
They are so creatively bankrupt that there's literally thousands of movies just over the last 20 years.
You're right.
We'll be here all day, and I have to go lick my junk.
You're right. It'd be faster to count original creations these days. I absolutely love how Disney tried to pull a Kathleen Kennedy on us a couple weeks ago and blame all of this on us, declaring that they're only doing this because it's all we're willing to pay to go see. Meanwhile, F1 was literally the #1 movie at the box office the week they said that.
What, are you retarded?
Besides displaying their creative bankruptcy for all to see, 90% of these remakes have one other important thing in common. They've all lost money. If you bozos are that keen to just light money on fire, give it to me. I'll make something for you, or I'll give it to PBS. Where I come from, if you can't do your job or hire the right people who can, you're fired.
Yeah!
So where does that leave AKIRA? Somewhere between hopeful and, oh God, please, no. Ideally, let's hope that nobody buys it. It just stays there. Do not touch it. Stop it. Stop it. Get help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Or let's hope that whoever does pick it up actually reads the manga or understands the significance, has respect for it, and maybe, just maybe, doesn't try to make Kaneda a TikTok influencer. Until next time, just say no to Neo Manhattan. Always. Let us know what you think in the comments and stay fresh, cheese bags.